They've lied to you your entire life. Your teachers, your parents, those so-called study experts on YouTube. They've fed you the same garbage over and over again. Wake up early, make notes, study harder, revise multiple times, and one day, success will magically come to you. But look at the world around you. How many students actually succeed by doing this? How many follow these so-called rules and still fail miserably? You've seen them. You might even be one of them. Spending 10 hours buried in books, sacrificing sleep, fun, everything. Yet when the exam comes, your mind goes blank. Why? Because hard work is a lie. The real winners, the students who consistently score at the top, don't work harder than you. They work smarter. They manipulate the system. They crack the pattern. They don't study everything. They study what actually matters. But you're still playing the game like everyone else. And that's exactly why you keep losing. You've been conditioned to believe that success in studies comes from grinding, from struggling, from endless effort. But let me ask you, have you ever stopped and wondered why some students barely study, yet always get top ranks? Do you think they're geniuses? They just understand something you don't. The education system is not about intelligence, it's about strategy. If you're the kind of person who rereads textbooks thinking it will help, highlights everything but remembers nothing, or makes beautiful notes but forgets them when needed, you've already lost. Not because you're not smart, but because you're following a system designed to make you fail. But today, everything changes. You're about to enter a world that 99% of students will never even know exists. A world where studying isn't about effort, it's about cheating your own brain into learning faster than ever before. A world where you will understand exactly how to manipulate your memory, absorb complex information in minutes, and make exams feel like a joke. It sounds impossible, right? Then ask yourself, how do chess grandmasters memorize 20 moves ahead? How do medical students absorb entire textbooks in days? How do top CEOs retain massive amounts of information while running billion-dollar companies? They don't have bigger brains than you. They just know how to use them differently. And that's exactly what I'm going to teach you today. The weak students will click away. The average students will ignore this. But the top 1%, they will stay. And if you're still here, if you haven't clicked away yet, then congratulations. You've just taken the first step toward becoming unstoppable. Pillar number 1, the hacker's mindset. Decode the exam system like a pro. You think exams are about testing your intelligence? Wrong. Exams are predictable. They are recycled, repetitive, and follow a fixed pattern. But most students are too blind to see it. The top 1% students don't study everything. They study only what matters. They don't waste time on the 80% of useless content the teachers shove into your head. Instead, they identify the core 20% of topics that make up 80% of the exam. How to hack your exams like a genius. 1. Dig into past papers. Collect the last 3 to 5 years of exams and analyze them. Find patterns. Look for repeated concepts, reworded questions, and favorite topics. 2. Track your teacher's hints. Every teacher has pet topics, concepts they always ask in exams. If a teacher repeats something in class, highlight it as VIP information. 3. Identify the most failed questions. Schools don't just want to test your memory, they want to filter out the weak students. They use the same tricky concepts every year. Crack those, and you're already ahead of 95% of your class. 4. Create a battle map. Visualize your exam before you even enter the hall. Predict the questions, pre-answer them in your head, and enter the exam room with unshakable confidence. This isn't studying, this is warfare, and you need a strategy to win. Pillar number 2, the unfair advantage. How to memorize anything instantly. What if I told you that 99% of students memorize things in the worst way possible? They read a chapter, underline a few lines, maybe take notes, and then forget everything within 24 hours. Why? Because they never lock the information into their brain properly. But top 1% students use a completely different approach. The ultimate retention formula. 1. The brain shock method. Your brain is like a computer. If you don't save what you learn, it disappears. To lock in knowledge, you need an instant adrenaline rush right after studying. Do one of these. Run at full speed for 3 minutes. Do 20 push-ups instantly. Take a freezing cold shower. This shocks your nervous system, seals the information into your brain, and boosts focus like a high-powered AI. 2. Strategic caffeine injection. Most students abuse caffeine by drinking coffee all day long, but top students use it like a weapon. Take a small dose before you study. Increases focus. Take a slightly bigger dose after you study. Boosts memory retention. Never drink caffeine right before sleep. It destroys deep memory processing. 3. The first 3 rule. Your brain remembers the first 3 facts better than the rest. So when studying, chunk information into sets of 3 and master them first. If you follow this, you won't just remember facts, you'll own them. Pillar number 3. The power of chunking. How to process information. Like a machine. Ever seen someone who remembers hundreds of facts effortlessly? It's not because they have a photographic memory. It's because they use chunking. Chunking equals breaking down massive information into smaller, logical blocks. How to chunk information. Like a genius, instead of memorizing numbers like 472891032, split them into 472-891-032. Instead of cramming history dates randomly, structure them into cause to event to effect. Instead of mindlessly reading a textbook, create visual storylines in your mind. Chunking reduces mental overload, helps you recall information instantly, and makes even the hardest subjects feel easy. Pillar number 4. The brutal truth about study hours. Why you're wasting your time. Here's a harsh truth. The number of hours you study means nothing. What actually matters is work intensity x focus. Example. Joe studies for 10 hours with distractions, music, and phone notifications. Rogan studies for 2 hours in full deep work mode, phone on silent, laser-focused. Who made more progress? Rogan. Every time. How to unlock deep work. Isolate yourself. No phone, no noise, no distractions. Study in 50-minute sprints, maximum intensity. Then take a 10-minute break. Use a countdown timer. Race against the clock to trigger urgency. This method is called deep work, and it's the secret behind rapid academic success. Pillar number 5. The power of brain resets. How to recharge like a genius. Your brain is a battery. If you don't recharge it properly, it burns out. But most students rest by scrolling TikTok, binge-watching Netflix, or lying in bed mindlessly. That's not resting, that's mental destruction. How to reset your brain for maximum focus. 1. Go for a silent walk. No phone, no music, just fresh air and deep thoughts. 2. Take 27 deep breaths, hold for 15 seconds, repeat. This increases oxygen levels, sharpens focus, and enhances memory. 3. Use the Batman sleep hack. If you have an exam tomorrow, sleep in 30-minute power nap cycles instead of 8-hour blocks. It recharges your brain 3 times faster. A well-rested brain is a supercomputer, so treat it like one. Final words, the harsh reality. The world is divided into winners and losers. The winners are the ruthless students who hack the system, work smarter, and dominate effortlessly. The losers? They follow the herd, waste time on useless study habits, and wonder why they fail. You have a choice. Follow this blueprint, and I guarantee 2025 will be the year you destroy your competition.